Well, folks, thanks for joining us on the channel. We've got some Monday night hockey. This is District 8 10b1 playoffs. This is pool play between the U10b1 Spartacat Blue team and the Woodbury Predators. These two teams have matched up 3 times this year, each team with a win, each team with a tie. It's going to be exciting. If both teams bring it tonight, it's going to be an entertaining hockey game. Here from Hayes Arena in Apple Valley, Minnesota. This is the home rink of the Lightning, the Eastview Lightning Hockey Association. And here come your Spartacats, acknowledging their fans, breaking down and getting ready to get started here on what should be an excellent hockey game between these two sides. Unfortunately, Hayes Arena, not the most hospitable to live streaming. As you can see, our picture is not overly generous in terms of its angle, but we will do our best. We'll set your lineup here as the puck drops. And Marcel, Miller, and Nelner are your forwards, with Shaq and Scott, your defensive pairing, as Melissa Wilhelm starts in goal for the Spartacats. This one attempted to be cleared by Shaq. Gets over to Miller. Miller, puck handles through neutral ice. Nelner right there on top of her. And the Woodbury Predators. This is Robinson, number 5. We've seen her several times this season. Turnover opportunity for the Spartacats, but they lose it. Get it back. Keep it in the offensive zone momentarily. Just underway here in the first period. Predators gain the puck possession, send it out, and this is going to go for icing against the Predators. 11:10 to go here at an offensive zone faceoff. We'll see 5 new skaters for the Spartacats as Olsen, Baker, and Bauman are your forwards. Cron and Donahue are your defenders. This faceoff coming just to the left of the cages, falls for Donahue at the point. Donahue shoots a flop shot. That makes it towards the crease, but it's deflected that time by the defense. This one goes cross ice. This is Olsen with the backhand. Can Cron keep it in? She does momentarily, but then it's played back in by Bauman and offside against the Spartacats. So still no shots on goal for either team. Neutral zone faceoff coming just outside the Woodbury Predator end. Olsen wins that one, but it goes to the Predators. Cron tries to cut that off. Predators gain the zone. Cron gets to that one, pushes it the other direction. 3 Spartacats on top of each other, and one of the Predators comes out with it. This is Olsen far side. Cron tries to feed it forward. Cron has a little bit of open space in front of her. Cron pumping the legs. Bauman has to stay onside and does. Cron dumps, and it's intercepted that time by the Predators. Predators quickly back the other way. Cats were changing. Opportunity for the Predators. That one goes wide. Bauman with it, chases it far side. This is Cron, slaps it off the boards, needs to try to get it out. This falls for Zoe Scott. Zoe Scott with a head of steam. Zoe Scott through neutral ice. Cats change behind her. Zoe Scott brings it in over the line, loses control as it rolls down behind into the near corner. Izzy Nurka off the bench with Miller and Nelner. Centering pass from Eden Miller goes to the neutral ice area. Miller with a good stick check there. Comes for Scott. Scott far side has to send that one on, but the Preds get to it first. Opportunity for the Predators. Good centering pass. Opportunity and a goal. Predators had a girl camped out in front of the net, and the Spartacats late to the party. And it's a early one goal lead for the Woodbury Predators. You could see that developing. Spartacats were not getting back on defense, and the first shot of the game results in a goal. Again, these two teams have played so many times together. If you're a Spartacat fan, you know that you're in for it. You know that this team from Woodbury will bring it, and you also know that you can compete with them. So Spartacats will certainly be rallying here as Marcel dumps that down. I believe that's Marcel and Bauman out there along with Olsen. Olsen poke stick check into the corner. Gets wrapped around to the far side. Scott will pinch in. Pinches, holds it in. Bauman gets to it. Has it on her backhand, but then it's taken away by the Predators. This one comes to the near point. That's Shack, who keeps it in momentarily. Now keeps it in again. Predators not able to get the clearance that time. Sends back out to the point. Shack will try to keep it in. Does. Nicely done. Forwards need to get on the other end of this one. It goes all the way over to the other side. Olsen battles there. Tries to hold it in. And it's held in by Bauman. Now behind the cage. Wraps around to the near side. Shack again pinching in. This time sends it down again deep. Spartacats have to, and we're going to get a penalty. We're going to get a pretty soft penalty on the Spartacats as Marcel's going to go for a check or a push or something. Thought that was a pretty soft call. It certainly was a push, but pretty soft contact. And with 8:27 to go here, first period, the Woodbury Predators will have an offensive zone face-off to the left of Melissa Wilhelm's cage.
Go Cats, be up!
Spartacats right now not showing the connectivity that they have been famous for in this season. This one won by the Predators. They go cross ice. Opportunity as Cron tries to get to that one. Gets to it and sends it towards the point. It's knocked down. Cron deflects. Good deflection there. Donahue chases far side. Centering pass goes the other direction. Can somebody in blue get to this? Not yet. Another opportunity here for the Predators. Cats need to get this out as Miller, Nelner, Donahue, and Cron are out there killing penalties. This one hops out over a stick and makes it to neutral ice. Woodbury feathers that on, tries to get it in over the blue line. Does momentarily. This falls for Cron. Cron is down a player, tries to puck handle. Now has Nelner on her backhand. This falls now for Donahue. Donahue sends it out, but she doesn't clear. Now it clears, and that's offside. As the referee's whistle with 7:36 to go will result in a neutral zone faceoff. Cats right now not showing quite the hop that they need, especially down a player. Meller and Nelner still out there along with Cron and Donahue. This one finds its way into the Spartacat zone. Cron with it. Sends it out towards Eden Meller. Meller sends it across, but no one was there. This falls nicely that time. Opportunity! Surely a goal! Opportunity, it's out, it's kept out! Cron goes diving down! The Spartacats living dangerously. Somehow they're able to pull it off. Here comes Cron through neutral ice. Has Eden Meller to the outside. Cron brings it over the blue line, sends it down deep. Meller can't control. Cron in the corner, centering pass. Backhand shot attempt by Olsen. Can't get on frame. This comes out for Donahue. Donahue slaps that off the boards and it finds a Woodbury stick. Here's Eden Meller. Meller goes down, loses her edge. Good cross ice pass that time by the Predators, but it falls for Zoe Scott. Meller battles there. This falls for Shack. Shack tries to go cross ice, but her pass deflected. This is Maren Olsen. Maren Olsen going the other direction. Maren Olsen trying to get ahead of steam up. Cuts to the middle, steps through a defensive pairing. Maren Olsen over the blue line. Maren Olsen gains the zone. Olsen tries to get it on her forehand. Olsen shoots and scores! Maren Olsen tallies for the Wild Spartacats. 6:13 to go here in the first period. And the first shot on goal for the Spartacats. Shorted the Woodbury there on a couple of shots. First shot by the Spartacats, Maren Olsen tallies as Ruth Jawar replaces Melissa Wilhelm in net. This is Nurka, Nelner, and Bauman, along with Scott and Shack on the defensive pairing. This falls nicely for Bauman. She can't quite get to it though. Nelner will follow up. Now Scott. Scott goes cross ice, can't connect with Nurka. Near side, this is Shack who bangs that one out. Takes a deflection, will not go for icing. Cross ice pass attempted there by the Predators. Finds Nelner. Nelner and Bauman fall over on top of each other. Nelner unloads but shoots it wide. Cats still have this nasty habit sometimes of being on top of each other. This one finds its way to the outside. This is the Woodbury Predators over the blue line. Scott back on defense. Good stick check there by Zoe Scott. Falls for Nelner. Nelner has it on her forehand. Now turns to the backhand, sends it out, and that's going to go for icing as it goes all the way down with 5:14 to go. As I finish the point, the Spartacats still, even at this late stage in the season, sometimes the awareness is not there, and they sometimes will clog each other up a little bit in terms of taking away space that their player with the puck might need. Defensive zone face-off just to the left of Jay War. Controlled that time by the Woodbury Predators. Down towards the blue line. This is Eden Meller. Meller feeds that forward. Marcel chases. All three forwards on top of each other. Spartacats give up the blue line. Here's an opportunity for the Predators. Great back check that time by Maren Olsen. Kron with it behind the net. Kron around the net and slides it out to the outside. Olsen loses her edge again. Another opportunity for the Predators. Surely the Predators will score, but they don't. Surely the Predators had to score there. It was a wide open net, and somehow J-War got on top of that one. Spartacat defense absolutely all over itself right now. Spartacat defense not doing a good job of covering up the house. And we're going to have to see if there's an adjustment at the end of the first period as this puck is down and it falls nicely for the Predators. It's kept in that time by the Predators. Olsen bangs that one off the net, or excuse me, the boards, but it's kept in down into the corner. Centering pass broken up by Olsen. Collision right in top of the slot. This is Marcel. Marcel puck handles. Marcel doesn't get out of the zone, but now Olsen does. Olsen through neutral ice. Olsen gains the zone. Olsen around a couple of defenders, can't beat the third. All the forwards way, way deep on that one, and now Scott and Shaq will have to play defense. And somehow another penalty. I don't know what. I do not know. That one was soft. That was very, very soft. I'm not sure what. Not sure what the referees were seeing there. They're calling a hook on Eden Meller, but I have to say I didn't see anything really like that. We've seen a lot of things go in U10 hockey that have been a lot worse than that. Aurelia Nelner says never mind. She goes, wins the faceoff, gains the zone, shoots, blocked shot in front of the Woodbury keeper. This one goes to the near side. Cats are on the penalty kill. Scott will send this down deep. Bauman chases along with Nelner. Forwards are very deep. Shaq pinching in. Somebody needs to cover for Shaq. Bauman unable to keep that in. Here comes Olivia Shaq again. Someone again needs to cover for Shaq. It falls fortunately that time for Scott. And luckily enough we are offside, but if the girls are going to pinch, with 25 seconds to go in this penalty. The D is going to pinch. Somebody's got to cover for the D. And that time both Bauman and Nelner were playing very deep. Probably having a quick talk with the defense as we have a new defensive pairing. We have Donahue and Kron out now with Baker and Olsen. Good move that time by Woodbury. They gain the zone. They try to bring it across. 4-on-2. Woodbury puck handles, tries to square it up, shoots, opportunity, and J-War with a save. I did not hear the whistle, but 4 seconds remain in the man advantage for the Preds. The usually stout Spartacat defense is leaking right now. They're being outshot 7-1. That is definitely not what we would have expected. Another shot comes in towards J-War. This comes for Baker. Baker can't get that one off of her stick. Falls for Donahue, sends it to the middle. Penalty to Miller is over. Baker slaps at that one, but again finds just the point. Somebody needs to cover the point. Predators shoot from distance. Kron knocks that one down. Battle in the middle. This has got a goal written all over it. Somebody in blue needs to get to this puck and be forceful with it. Can Cron do that? Cron around the corner. Baker has to clear it out of the way. Cron digs it out of her own skates, gets it out of the zone. It's sent back in. But momentarily, the Spartacats get a clearance. Miller unable to pass that one up towards Marcel, who's lurking near the blue line. Centering pass opportunity. That one goes underneath Cron, but finds J-War's pad. So J-War squeezes it again. And the shots continue to mount for the Woodbury Predators. Shots officially on the board 10-1. I've got them at 8-1, but in any event, we play on. The Spartacats being outplayed in this first period despite being level on the scoreboard. Cats have got to do a better job of covering the house. Oh, loose puck opportunity for the Predators. That one goes begging. Far side as Bauman battles for it. Out there with Marcel and Nelner. This is Bauman, slaps at this one, but it's kept in by the Predators. Cats just slapping at the puck. Have not been able to put passes together. This is Shaq. As Shaq goes to the other side, that one hits the net, hits the wall, and again is kept in. The Spartacats need to connect some passes. They are absolutely just throwing the puck around. This one falls nicely for Bauman, who gets it out to relieve the pressure. But the Spartacats not playing crisp hockey right now. Sent in that time by Scott. Finally, after a few minutes, a foray into the offensive end. Woodbury through a number of players. Good poke check there by Shaq. Shot rolls in by Bauman, and that will be the second shot on goal for the Spartacats. 1:04 to go here in the first period. A period that has seen the Spartacats leak at least 9 shots. Again, officially on the board 11-2. Won by the Predators, sent towards Cron, whips that down into the corner. Baker battles there. Cron sends that one in towards net. Opportunity, a loose one, and a goal! Aiden Miller cleans up Lauren Cron's shot or rebound. And in a period where the Spartacats have been outplayed by the Woodbury Predators, they may end up this period at the first intermission with a lead. The Preds have been the better team in terms of shots, in terms of connecting passes and creating offensive chances, but the Spartacats enjoy a 2-1 lead. J-War watches that one go behind the net. Cron battles there in the corner, tries to get out of her skates. Miller jumps into the play. Baker looks on. It's controlled by opportunity as Olsen nearly scored on her own net. This is Miller racing to the blue line, trying to keep this out. Somebody in blue needs to get firm control of this. They cannot. This one's sent backhand in by the Predators, and another shot with 20 seconds to go. Sorry about all the vibrations. Again, the stands here not very hospitable to a live stream. Face-off win that time by Scott. Scott sends it to the boards, takes a deflection, comes up to the midpoint. Now it's kept in momentarily by the Predators, who bring it to the near side. Predators shoot from distance. That one goes wide. 5 seconds to go. Bauman just needs to tie this up and makes it out of the zone. And that will be an opportunity for Marcel, but she'll run out of time. And as I said, in a period in which the Spartacats were dominated by the Woodbury Predators, they are ahead in the only place that matters, which is the scoreboard. 2-1 for the Spartacats. Goals by Maren Olsen. Another goal by Eden Miller. The Woodbury Predators absolutely will be gutted that they're not ahead in this game, or at least tied with the Spartacats. They have dominated in shots on goal. They have dominated on scoring opportunities. The Spartacat defenders have not always cleaned up the house, but fortunately for the Spartacats, Wilhelm and J-War have been sharp, and they've been able to keep most of these shots from finding the back of the net. That's exciting stuff, no question about that. I think it's safe to take a drink. I have to keep my hand on the tripod to keep things from wiggling. All right, second period action here from Apple Valley, Minnesota. This is Hayes Arena. The Woodbury Predators, one of the arch nemesis. You could say the arch nemesis of the Spartacats. We'll talk a little bit about that later as we reset the clock. The Woodbury Predators in their home whites with the navy blue, royal blue trim. The Spartacats in their royal blue road uniforms with the white trim and white numbers. Second period action is underway. This is Nelner. Nelner across the blue line. Nelner centering pass broken up that time by the Predators. Bauman chases far side. This will be kept in by Shack at the point. Shack shoots and sends this down behind the net. Nelner will claim. Nelner tries to get it on her backhand. Now she sends it to the middle. Opportunity there for Bauman, but Bauman got tied up. Nelner again battling near side. Left side of your screen. Bauman sticks her nose in there as Miller is there as well. Miller, pushed off the puck. Slapped at and kept in by Miller, and that comes out. Whoops, sorry. Bad camera work there. Cats get it back and send it back in. Woodbury Predator lost an edge behind the net. There was a turnover. This one comes to the point. This is Scott who shoots. Can't get on the other end of that one. Bauman slapped at it but couldn't stick to it. Shack there, but she's dispossessed. This is Zoe Scott. It's a 2-on-1. Scott to the outside. Good poke check. That time by Zoe Scott. Opportunity for Scott. Can she get her head up? It's a 4-on-2 going the other way. It's a 4-on-2. And Baker was offside. Frustrating there for the Spartacats in offside. You could see it developing. Referee blew his whistle but didn't blow it very loud. In any event, this one comes to Baker far side. Feeds that down the far channel. Mercell and Olsen, your other two forwards. Cron and Donahue, your defenders. Here comes Woodbury. This is number 5, Robinson. We've seen her several times this season. Cron misses the poke check. Opportunity for Predators. Great stick handling. Opportunity, she comes in. Big save that time by Wilhelm. Opportunity here for the Spartacats. They need to get a clearance. Find it. This one goes to the corner. Cron steps up. This centering pass broken up. Spartacats, all 5 Spartacats standing next to each other. This is Maren Olsen. Olsen pushed off the puck. It goes the other direction. This is Mercell. Mercell brings it in. And we have a penalty? We're going to have a penalty. We're going to have a penalty, a hook or some sort of penalty on the Woodbury Predators. And with 9:49 to go. So we'll have a power play. I think they called a hook or a trip. I'm not sure which. There was, or maybe interference, but in any event, we play on. The Spartacat fans were all over that, suggesting there was a clear penalty. My eyes were with the puck. Face off as Nelner, Meller, and Nurka are your forwards. Scott and Shack your defenders. Spartacats with an opportunity. Cats, though, lose the face-off. Good puck handling there by the Predators. That one's brought in over the blue line. Opportunity for number 5, shoots from distance. That one's fought off by Wilhelm. This one comes to the near boards. Cats need to get control of the puck. There's some open ice, but it's not going to be open if they can't control the puck. This one off one player. This one goes the other direction. It's not going to be icing as Miller chases it. Miller chases it. Woodbury Predators try to send it out, and they do. Back the other direction. Penalty's half over. Scott through neutral ice. Miller in the way. Miller pitchforks that one towards Bauman. Bauman gains the zone. Bauman flops a shot towards net, but it doesn't get on net. It's broken up. This is Nurka, I think. No, Olsen on the far side. Opportunity for the Spartacats. There's a shot and a save by the Woodbury keeper as the Spartacats were lurking So a good start so far in the opening minute or two of this second period. 8:50 to go. Olsen, Murcell, and Baker, your forwards. The power play is over, and the Predators are at full strength. Spartacats need to get in front of number 5. She's done this to them all season long. She knifes way in and shoots that one wide by Wilhelm. Ooh, that one snuck in towards Wilhelm and it went wide. Not sure Wilhelm saw that until the last moment. This one's in the far corner. Woodbury centering pass broken up by the defense. Murcell can't get to that one. Fought off that time. Nice fight off that time by Wilhelm. Spartacat defense not clearing the zone. This is Olsen with it. Olsen gets to it, has it on her backhand, needs to find somebody to pass the puck to, does pass, and this is Baker far side. Baker looks for a teammate, tries to send it towards Murcell, but can't connect. Good passing idea by Baker, just didn't come off. Murcell will now go. She's towards the end of her shift, and now she'll go to the bench. Bauman fresh off the bench, so is Olsen. Spartacat players take over after a Woodbury player loses an edge. This one wraps around to the other side. Cron can't keep that one in. Olsen's gonna have to cover for her. This one comes back for Donahue. Donahue gets her eyes up and finds Eden Miller. Miller tries to chip that one over the next up the boards, but it's turned back the other way by the Predators, and that's offside as number 12 for the Preds tried to make a move right at the blue line and put her teammate off timing. And offside against the Woodbury Predators, 7:19 to go here in the second period. Spartacats are back in action on Friday, their second game of pool play. So a quiet week between these two games for the Spartacats, other than some practices. This one falls nicely for the Preds. This is Shack far side. Collision there between multiple players, and that's offside against the Predators as one of the Predators had fallen and could not get out of the zone fast enough. 7:01 to go. Again, Spartacats outplayed in the first period but managed to hold on to a 2-1 lead. This one goes the other direction. This one's won by the Woodbury Predators. High school habits die hard. Zoe Scott, her opportunity to clear. It's sent out and it's sent in! Zoe Scott's shot, clearing attempt, went to the middle, and it took a deflection, fell perfectly for one of the Woodbury forwards, and she cashed in, went far side on Wilhelm. And face off now with a 2-2 game. Again, you knew it was going to be a close one. This one falls for Scott, sends it forward.
Let's go, Blue, pick it up!
Spartacats need to connect some passes. They have not connected very many passes at all. This attempt by Scott to get out kept in easily that time at the point. Again, not opening themselves up into places where they can receive passes. This is Murcell. Murcell has the ability to go end to end, but this time again, Murcell and Baker on top of each other. This falls nicely for Olsen. Olsen to the near side. She's dispossessed. This is Zoe Scott. Scott goes cross ice. This is Baker, far side. Baker chases it, can't keep it in there. Good poke check that time by the Spartacats. Murcell needs to chase this one. Passing much better for the Predators at this instant. Predators can't get this one in, finds Scott. Scott goes cross ice. Opportunity here for Baker. Baker puck handling. She's got a lot of company. She gains the zone, but loses possession of the puck. Might have a chance to get it back there, does momentarily. Good battle there from Baker. Baker needs to clear the zone, and she doesn't. And we'll have offside with 5:41 to go here in the second period. Spartacats not connecting passes right now in their defensive end. They're having a hard time getting out of their own end. Everyone seems to be content to try to skate it out. or to slap at the puck. Let's see if the Nelner, Meller, and Bauman line can connect a few passes. This one goes back for Donahue. Donahue goes cross ice. That's a nice connected pass. Nelner tries to get on the other end of that one. Nelner chases down that, looks for it, finds it. Nicely done by Nelner. This is Bauman. Bauman with an opportunity behind the cage. Meller was looking there, but Bauman couldn't unload the pass. Battle on the blue line. This falls for Donahue. Donahue backhands that in, but it's taken away that time by the Predators. Cron's gonna have to go for the poke check. Cron to the outside, stops her feet. Predators control that one. That's a crossing pass, which goes all the way through. Cats slap at this one. Can they get it out? Opportunity here for Nelner if she can get on it. To say we have offside against the Predators as one of the referees went down hard, lost an edge. And a face-off here at the neutral zone in the center circle. But a fair score line for the Predators as they have been the better team on the ice so far. Spartacats have come into the game here in the second period, however. This one falls nicely for Cron. Cron takes a tap at it, has to get her head up. Now she skates it in. She's going to try to gain the zone. She does, sends it down deep. Baker and Marcel chase. Olsen hanging out a little high. This is Donahue. Donahue shoots from distance. It falls nicely for Baker, but she couldn't get a stick on it. Baker battles in the corner. Baker tries to hold it in the corner. Good battle there as Baker gets dumped. Good physical play there in the corner. Somebody looking for a penalty on the Spartacat bench. I didn't see one, but that's offside. That should be offside. It's not. Cron slaps at that one, tries to get it out. Does get it out over the blue line. Cron tries to overskate it. Cron with a good effort there. Oh, and it's taken away that time by the Predators. Cron battles there, tries to take it back. Good job that time by the Spartacats, by Marcel. Marcel, though, turns it over, loses it inside the blue line. This one rolls in on J-War, and J-War squeezes that one. As J-War has taken the spot of Wilhelm. So another shot for the Woodbury Predators. They're out shooting the Spartacats 2-1. Spartacats need to make good decisions. That shot takes a deflection off of Bauman's back. Cats lose that one in the corner. It comes to the half wall, sent in. A good centering pass that time. Cats need to get on the end of this, slap it off and they do. This is a chance. Can Bauman chase this down? This is not gonna go for icing as it's played early. Bauman chases, so does Nelner. Meller waits at the half wall. Meller gets that and sends it behind the cage. Predators bring that one through neutral ice. They gain the zone. Opportunity here for the Spartacats if they can turn for the quick counter. Nelner slaps that one towards the point. It does squirt out. Preds have to clear. It's sent back in. Nicely done by Woodbury. This is Olivia Shack far side. She slaps that one high off the board, goes up and over everybody, but it's held in at the point. Spartacats have to just get this out of the zone. It falls nicely for Eden Meller. Can Eden Meller create something here? Feeds it towards the middle. This is Nelner. Nelner with an opportunity. Nelner has it. Nelner shoots and Nelner misses. Another centering pass. This one's on and this one's in. Could not tell. Whoa, look out. Could not tell. Forgive me, folks. I have a little, again, audio-visual issue there. I think it's going to go to Eden Meller. I think it's going to go to Eden Meller, but I'm not sure. We'll have to check game sheets after the game. But the Spartacats find themselves again on top by a goal. Garbage time goal, that time by the Spartacats. They'll take it any way they can get it. Shot still 2-1 in favor of the Predators. This one's set down behind the Predator into the corner. This is Baker. Fans on that one. Now gets it on her forehand. Now sends it towards the point. Nice pass by Baker. Donahue. Cron. Back to Donahue. Donahue will get it there again. sends it in towards goal, but not a whole lot on that one, and it's intercepted that time by the Predators. Puck goes to the far side. Cron steps in front of that one. Good job turning it back by Lauren Cron. Robinson, one of the more dangerous Woodbury players, as these teams again have played 3 times this season, each team with a win, each team have with a tie. Cron slaps that one towards the boards. It's kept in momentarily by the Predators, and now it falls for Marcel. Marcel puck handling by a couple of defenders. Can she get that? Yep, she got it in. And this one falls nicely for Olsen. Olsen loses control of that one. Good stick check that time by the Predators into the last 80 seconds of this period. A period that has seen the Spartacats come into the game after being dominated in play in the first period. This falls for Donahue. Donahue's pass intercepted. This falls to the middle. Opportunity for the Predators as the Spartacats all hands to the defensive pump. On the far side, Marcel spins around the point player. Cats just need to get this out of the zone. There you go. Cats needed to get it out of the zone, even if it goes for icing, and it won't go for icing as the Predators play it. Kept in by Donahue, but Donahue didn't know that she had so much company. Here come the Preds going the other direction. Donahue tries to tie it up there. That's brought in onside by the Predators. Here's a chance for the Predators, and that one goes high and up over the top of Ruth Jaworth's cage. This one rolls in. It's right in the crease, and Ruth Jaworth squeezes that one, and 29 seconds to go. And the Spartacats survive that rush. 29 seconds to go in a period that has seen the Spartacats rally and come into the game. Woodbury better in the first period, Spartacats arguably better in this period. And a goal right off the face-off for the Woodbury Predators. I did not see it. I'd have to go back and look, but it took 4 seconds or 3 seconds as the Predators score right off the face-off. And the Spartacats concede for the 3rd time. It is a 3-3 hockey game and a high-scoring affair. The Spartacats have had some good ones this season, but this is definitely not where they want to be. And offside as Miller could not get that one out of her skates, so 21 seconds to go and a neutral zone face-off. Spartacats tied Woodbury in their first district game of the year, then beat the Woodbury Predators by a score of 4-3 with their second district game of the year. Then in Danglefest, a tournament in Blaine, Minnesota. Many of you saw that here on the channel. The Woodbury Predators beat the Spartacats in a shootout. Shack keeps that in. 9 seconds to go. Can the Spartacats generate some offense here? Shack pinches in. Nicely done, but can't keep it in. The Spartacats down to 1 second to go, and that will be it. And we will head to the 3rd period. As I said, the Spartacats and Predators played in Danglefest in the championship game, and the Predators won that one in a shootout after 2 overtimes in a shootout. So to say that these two teams are evenly matched, or should be evenly matched, I think in some sense is an understatement. Shots on the board, 8-17. I've got them as 7-17, but in any event, we play on. 3rd period action here from Apple Valley, Minnesota. Woodbury Predators with a good cheering section down here. A few fat heads we see. Spartacats also with their own good cheering section. Spartacats have not been crisp on defense. They have conceded far more shots than they normally do. But they find themselves in a tie game. Shack and Scott, your defenders. Nelner, Bauman, and Miller are your forwards. 3rd period action ready to start here in Apple Valley. Teams have switched ends. The puck is down, and we are playing now. Bauman and Nelner squeeze that one to the boards. Battle on the right side of your screen. Shack pinches up. Miller has that on her stick, feeds it forward for Nelner. Nelner just has to tap that around, pulls it to her backhand, gains the zone, and Bauman loses an edge. Miller, far side, in the corner. Miller to the middle, gets it on her forehand. Her shot is blocked. Wraparound opportunity, and it's out. It somehow stays out. We thought that Eden Miller might have scored there, but the referees say no. Thought Eden Miller might have tucked that one in, but the Woodbury goalie is living right. Either that or she sacrificed the right live chicken to the hockey gods before the game tonight. That one's kept buttoned by Cron, but that's blocked. Cron's going to have to break her neck to get back, as Donahue's not going to be able to get to this one. Cron's got to save that one from going into the attacking zone. Donahue covers the middle smartly. Here's Olsen behind the net. Olsen's getting hooked. Olsen needs some space. Far too many sticks for Olsen to climb through. This falls for Marcel. Here come the Preds to the middle. Slapped at by Cron, kept out. Here's Olsen, who slends that out the other way. Can Marcel get to the end of this one? I don't think so. And that will be icing against the Spartacats. 10:50 to go. .50 to go here, third period. Spartacats have the Valkyries on Friday, and they play the Ice Cats, the Lakeville Ice Cats, on Saturday. Reminder, these are pool play games, so this can end in a tie. Good clearance that time by Donahue. This one's going to roll straight in on net, and it'll be covered. It'll be covered by the Woodbury goalie. At older ages, they might. So the referee is saying you got to keep playing that if there's no one around, even if it comes off the other team. Referees educating. I like the way they educate the goalies on how these are supposed to be played. Calling a penalty would be very, very challenging at this level, but it makes sense to educate them and let them know that, you know, the rules will say there you should be playing the puck. Olsen not able to win that face-off. Cron pinches in, holds it in momentarily. Baker looks for it. Now it falls nicely that time for Woodbury. Cron ducked in, and here comes Woodbury the other direction. And again, number 5 for Woodbury. What a force she is. She is an excellent player. As the Spartacats on top of each other. This one comes in towards Wilhelm. Kick save sends that one wide. Cats need to get control of the puck, and that one finds its way out to neutral ice. It's slapped at with 10:01 to go. But again, defense needs to pick it up a little bit. For the Spartacats, they're being outshot almost 2-1. That is not something that happens very often. In fact, I can tell you this season, maybe once or twice all season long, and we are in game 39, 38, 37, something like that. Have the Spartacats been outshot 2-1. Here comes a shot in, took a deflection. That was off of a Spartacat stick. This falls for Miller. Miller loses an edge. Miller has it, tries to feed Nelner, but can't do it, but gets it out of the zone at least. Bauman and Nelner on top of each other. This is Miller far side. Again, Spartacat forwards just on top of each other. This one falls nicely for Scott, sends it towards the crease, but it's deflected there. Shack tries to pick that one up, and that's going to be icing against the Woodbury Predators with 9:18 to go. So an offensive zone face-off for the Spartacats. So the defense has not always guarded the house well as they usually do tonight. The forwards bunching up a little bit, as you can see on the screen. But again, they find themselves in a tie hockey game. Puck is down. This face-off win by the Predators. That gets out. No icing as the Cats will get to this first. Scott will have it. She'll whip it forward. It's kept out by Miller. It's out. Predators clear. It's a battle on the far side. Nelner to the middle. Good poke check there by Nelner. Nelner staying with it. Good poke check there. Preds bring that across. That's out. And that is out. Yep. And not out by much, but it was out by a little bit. And the referee saw it and called it. So offside against the Predators, and another neutral zone faceoff as Baker, Olsen, and Marcel are your forwards. This one falls nicely for Scott on the far side. She sends it out of the zone, but can't connect. This one comes near side. Marcel, this is Roberts. This is number 5 for Woodbury, trying to open up some ice. Good poke check there by the Spartacats. This is Olsen. Olsen around the net. Olsen near side, and Olsen will go. And a penalty as Maren Olsen draws a penalty with 8:22 to go. I had a little problem with the clock there, folks. Sorry about that. So a man advantage for the girls in blue for the Spartacats. 8:22 to go here. Third period, and it's up on the board, and we are ready to start. Spartacats nominally control this one with Donahue, but is she able to keep it in at the far point? She's really trying hard, and the Preds come away with it. Marcel and Baker are out there along with Olsen. This one goes by Kron, centering pass. This one goes side netting. It's stuck in the net, and we'll have a face-off just to the right of Wilhelm as it's stuck in the net. This game can end in a tie. It is pool play. After the 3 games of pool play, which I mentioned earlier, the top team from the pool will go to the championship game. And the second place team will go to the third place game. This one around behind the net. This is Kron. Kron with some ice. Kron through neutral ice. Good poke check there that time by the by the Predators. Kron's pass for Bauman did not come off. Again, Spartacats with a man advantage, but turn over the puck. Kron's gonna go for the opportunity there. That's onside by the Predators. Opportunity for the Predators as she comes and brings that one to the near side. Kron recovers. Somehow the Spartacats have got to get on the right end of these pucks. And right now they're not. They're being beaten to most of the loose pucks. Kron battles there. That one goes down behind Wilhelm, far side. Penalty is over for the Predators. That one's off the side of the net. This falls for Bauman. Bauman tries to get this one out. Far corner. Spartacats losing a player again in front of the net, but now recovering. This is an opportunity for Bauman. Bauman sends this out towards the blue line. It makes it to neutral ice. And the Spartacats thought that was getting all the way out, and it didn't. Opportunity, and that one's off the near side post. It's still live. Wilhelm had no idea where that puck was. The Spartacats are absolutely scrambling. Spartacats have got to start playing some defense and covering the house. Kron slaps at this one. This one comes near side for Kron. Kron tries to get out of the zone but can't. Now it finally does get out of the zone, and mercifully there's an offside call as the Spartacats have sleptwalked through the last couple of shifts. 6:08 to go. Spartacats being outshot 2-1. Need to be aggressive and attack the puck. Olsen slaps at that one, doesn't get it out, but falls for Olsen, who does send it out. Marcel chases, but is going to let that go all the way for icing. Spartacats not playing their best game here tonight, no question about that. Nonetheless, they do find themselves in a 3-3 lock-up with the Predators. All it takes is a bit of magic. Maybe it's Olsen, maybe it's Scott. We'll see who has the magic and see if somebody can create a goal for the Spartacats. Again, just slapping at it. This one rides in past J-War, who has taken Wilhelm's spot. Predators passing around the Spartacats. That one's off somebody's stomach. It falls nicely for the for the Predators, but everybody is standing still. Scott battles hard there, goes down in a heap. And a hand pass. I think we'll have a hand pass against the Predators. And so a hand pass against... We have a hand pass against who? Who's the hand pass against? I guess the hand pass is against the Spartacats? No, we're still short. You're still short. You're still short. Yep. Scott and no. That one comes towards the point. It's kept in smartly by the Predators. This one whistles down past J-War. Cron in the corner. She loses possession. Cron now has it behind the net. She's going to get her head up and look for somebody to pass this puck to. It's poke checked away from her. She tries to bring it out. Now she hits the Jets and gains the neutral zone. Cron slaps at this one, loses her stick. Bauman gets at this one, gets over the blue line. Natalie Bauman gets that on her forehand. She shoots, and it's a nice shot that time by Natalie Bauman. It was a sneaky little shot, but it made it in. Woodbury keeper had to push that one aside. Bauman with it again in the corner. Tries the centering pass, gets it back. Opportunity for the Spartacats. And the Spartacats let the chance go begging as no one could have their stick down. Donahue feathers that forward. Again, it stays in the zone. Spartacats dispossess number 5. And that one's whipped around to the corner. Cron with it, sends it in, but it's blocked that time by the Predators. Bauman with it again, now kicks that one down into the corner. Good job, good shift by Natalie Bauman, keeping it down in the corner. This one falls to Bauman again, who tries the centering pass for, I believe that's Miller, but that one goes wide. That's a good shot. So Nelner battles there. Nelner tries to hold it in. Bauman looks on. This one's going to be kept in by Cron. Cron sends that one in, rolls in, an opportunity for the Spartacats, but could not commit. Cron taken down, and Cron absolutely taken down. Yep, that's going to be a penalty. So 3:38 to go, and we're going to have a penalty on the Woodbury Predators as Cron had her legs cleaned out from under her by a shot, by a stick from the Predators. And again, despite the fact that Spartacats have not been sharp tonight, just a little bit of magic, a little bit of offensive creativity or magic as the Cats get this offensive zone face-off, but lose it immediately to the Predators. Predators to the far side. Predators with the puck. They bring it through neutral ice. Opportunity here for Olsen. Olsen rides that off the puck. Comes for Shack. Shack hammers that one. That one's not gonna make it. Oh, it's gonna make it. Oh my goodness gracious, I thought they would get to that one. Instead, we've got 3:16 to go. My fingers don't work. So we have Olsen, Baker, and Meller are your forwards. This one falls for Baker. Baker backhands this one out, but can't connect. It's kept in at the point. Falls for Scott. Scott can't connect. Again, Cats just slapping the puck around, not even connecting passes. There needs to be a concerted effort to try to put together a couple of passes. When the girls pass and connect, make tape-to-tape passes, they score goals. This one's kept to the side by Scott. Nicely done by Scott. She whips that out. Miller sends it down the other direction. Remember, the Spartacats are on the power play, but they gave up possession. Scott pinches in. Cross ice pass, misses everything, but Miller's on the other end of it. Gets it on her. It's Bauman's on top of that, tries to take that away. This is far side. This is, can't tell who that is. This falls for Scott. Scott shoots from distance, but it's blocked. Falls for Miller. Opportunity inside, and that is saved as Eden Miller was on the back door. That looked like some quality play there. adds a couple of shots. One shot for the Spartacats. Face off to the right of the Woodbury goalie. Into the last 2 minutes and 18 seconds of this third period. Spartacats nominally win that one, but the Predators come away with it. Milner digs that one out of her skates. Penalty, shout for the penalty, but it's a good poke check there by Kron. Good centering pass attempt, but broken up. Bauman has it far side. Bauman just needs to chip it out. Bauman can't chip it out, and it falls nicely for the Woodbury Predators. Cats need to rally, need to get this one down, and it's offside. I'm not sure what's going on here. We have too many men. What do we have? We have... Are you kidding me? You made us wait for, this is unbelievable, folks. They made us wait. They made us wait a good 5 minutes to start this game. Come on, guys. This is really disappointing. Now, it's unfortunate. I mean, they can even run the time. I mean, they can even run the last 1 minute and 49 seconds. Well, that is one of the more unsatisfying results between the Predators and the Spartacats. They will tie 3-3 here in pool play. The game will be ended. And this is really frustrating, and I'm sure the coaches for both teams are going to say, wait a minute, you had us wait. You had us stand around for almost 5 full minutes while the teams were ready to go. We could have started the warm-up a couple of minutes earlier. Instead, the referees did what they did. Again, the referees may be following the letter of the law, but it's certainly very frustrating for both teams. In fairness, both teams played hard tonight. Cats were not at their best, but they managed to get a 3-3 tie against I would say their arch rival nemesis from this season, the Woodbury Predators. And what that does is it sets up big games on Friday and on Saturday with the Valkyries and the Ice Cats. Spartacats will have to win those games. The Woodbury Predators likewise will have to win those games to have a chance at the championship game or the third place game. In any event, we are done here in Apple Valley. A somewhat stilted, unsatisfying finish, because we're not able to hear the final whistle or buzzer in the third period. But the Spartacats and the Woodbury Predators come to skate to a 3-3 tie. Thanks for joining us on the channel, and there should be broadcasts this weekend. I cannot guarantee I will not be on them, but I think Katie Scott, who had our our Fargo feed, will be on top of it, and I'll work with her to make sure she's got the equipment or has the ability to stream and broadcast those games on the channel. In any event, thanks for joining us here on the channel. Good night, everybody.